What is up, everyone? StonePost34 here, bringing you my Super Bowl prediction. Tomorrow's the big game, but first, go and check out The Voice. I'm going to leave a link here. You can go over and check out their YouTube channel. The Voice is a competition about the singing, and it will be on after the Super Bowl. And so check that out. It's CeeLo Green, Adam Levine, Blake Shelton, and Christina Aguilera. So anyway, go check that out. Links in the description and on the screen. So let's get to my Super Bowl predictions. Now, I do have a favorite. I'm going to tell you my favorite, but first I'm going to lay out the facts. I am a huge NFL football fan. I have season tickets to my local team, which is the Kansas City Chiefs. Go to practically every home game unless there's something else going on, like a basketball game or something with my kids. So anyway, just to let you know, this is not a fly-by-night prediction. I do know the game pretty well. So let's jump into each team. Let's start with the New York Giants. New York Giants went 9-7 during the regular season, which is not great, but good enough to get you to the playoffs, which is the objective, to get to the playoffs. Obviously, people want home field advantage. And I want to enjoy being at home instead of traveling and being on the road. Now, I'm going to give you 4 reasons for each of these teams why they can win it, and then I'm going to give you my prediction. The New York Giants, unbelievable team. First and foremost, the defensive line. You got Pierre-Paul and Umanura, both on the defensive line, which is going to cause headaches for the Patriots all day. And I'll get to the Patriots, so don't get upset with what I just said there. Secondly, Eli Manning, this guy right now, he is playing lights out football. I mean, he has, San Francisco. I play fantasy football. I had San Francisco's defense as my fantasy defense, and I started them pretty much every week except their bye week. They're incredible. The amount of yards they didn't allow, basically. That defense is good. Peyton Manning passed for 316 yards on that defense, which I don't know if it was a record, but that was pretty incredible. In the past 4 games, Eli Manning, 1 turnover. In the NFL, that's pretty impressive, period. And these are playoff teams in the last last 3 games, I believe, that he played. And it's a little bit of fantasy here, too. The third reason is cruise control, baby. Victor Cruz, that guy is insane. He is the go-to guy for Eli Manning. This is his first year in the NFL. He is an unbelievable wide receiver. I had him on my fantasy team. I hope to get him next year because he's a game breaker. He can break it wide open and take over. 22 guys on the field. That's the guy you want to watch. The fourth point I have about the Giants is Bradshaw. Bradshaw. He is finally starting to heal. Getting him that extra week off. I'm a big Brandon Jacobs, and that was a fail grenade. Brandon Jacobs fan. In fact, I have his jersey. I'll be wearing it tomorrow. But I think having that dual threat with Bradshaw could give the Giants the upper hand. Okay, let's get over to the Patriots. Patriots went 13-3. What an incredible season. It's sad. I think we almost expect this from the Patriots. I'm a Chiefs fan. It is a roller coaster being a Chiefs fan, but that's the word fan means fanatic, or short for fanatic, and I'm kind of a fanatic. So to be a Patriots fan, I hope when they fall on hard times, which they did pretty much all through the 80s, that people stick with them. But let's talk about why they can win. First and foremost, I think it's revenge, baby. These guys want revenge for losing the Super Bowl against the Giants last time. Patriots offensive line. Now, I talked about the defensive line for the New York Giants causing havoc. The offensive line for the Patriots is pretty darn good. So I think that's where the game's going to be won and lost. If the defensive line can get to the quarterback, Tom Brady, then it's going to force some turnovers in the secondary. If not, Tom Brady, he's pretty surgical. He can destroy defenses on his own. So if he has that time, look for Tom Brady to throw up some points. Gronkowski, the Gronk guy, is amazing. Set records for tight end touchdowns by tight end in a season. I didn't look it up. I think it's 16 or so. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs guy. We had Tony Gonzalez for all those years, and he broke his record, Tony Gonzalez's receiving touchdown record in a season. The Gronk, he's a beast. He is a physical specimen. That guy, I would love to have him on the Kansas City Chiefs because he is just fun to watch. I mean, he moves like a guy that's maybe 6 foot, but I think he's 6'6", and he's just phenomenal. And I know he had that high ankle sprain. I watched that game where he got turned up and kind of rolled over his ankle, and it looked like it sprang up at the top side. I don't want to say what they can and can't do, but I know you can shoot up a player and he can play for 3 hours and be fine and deal with rehab and such in the offseason. So look for the Gronk. I think the Gronk's going to be a huge factor in this game, just as much as Victor Cruz. I mean, those are my 2 guys I'm going to be watching. Fourth, this is kind of sad, but I think it plays a lot into any kind of sports, football, basketball. Emotions can play in. And Robert Kraft lost his wife during the it wasn't off season, it was during the lockout actually. And I think players relate to owners, and I think more so in the Patriots organization. I think that people relate to that owner, to Robert Kraft, and feel that loss. His wife was a great benefactor, volunteered much of her time and obviously resources over the years, and it was a huge loss for that organization and for that area, for the New England area. So I think just the emotion in that. So let's get to my prediction. I'll just come out and say it. I think the Giants are going to win, and here's why. I think that I know the Patriots are bringing to the Super Bowl the worst defense ever to be in a Super Bowl statistically. Eli Manning, given that he's playing lights out, he seems unflappable. I mean, he gets hit, he gets up, and it's like he's not concentrating on the play that just happened. He's working on the next play in his mind, and I think that gives the Giants the upper hand. I think that Patriots. I think if the only other factor that could weigh in, and I'm just talking score, I still think the Giants are going to win. It could be a close game if the offensive line is really able to, the Patriots' offensive line is really able to hold off the D-line of the Giants. But I still think the Giants have the upper hand. And interestingly enough, New England is a 3.5-point favorite in this game. So it was 2.5 yesterday. They're at 3.5 now. So that line's probably going to move again tomorrow. But anyway, so that's my prediction. And I'll give you a score. I believe the score is going to be, and you can hold me to it, the Giants 28 and the Patriots 17. That's my score, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Little Patriots, New York Giants Super Bowl matchup. We'll see how it goes. Oh, one other interesting thing I was going to bring up. I was kind of surprised. The commercials, 30-second spot, going for $3.5 million, and there's 70 spots in total in the game tomorrow. So everyone loves the commercials just as much as the game, I think. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll maybe talk tomorrow in the comments. Take care as always. This is StonePost 34.